will recognize Calgary Elbow.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. This debate should be really simple. In 2017, it is okay to be gay. In 2017, it is okay to be an ally, it's okay to be in a GSA, and it is never, ever, ever okay to out gay kids without their consent.
Hear, hear.
That's pretty straightforward. But that's what this bill is about. And the opposition we see to that shows that the UCP is on the wrong side of history. They are trying to somehow play both sides by on one hand saying, well, we support GSAs, but nudge, nudge, whisper, whisper, actually we're with you if you're homophobic, if you somehow question the legitimacy of LGBTQ peoples to simply be who they are. That's what this is. There's really no more to it than that. So in 2017, in Alberta, there should absolutely be no question that it should be up to students and students alone to disclose to whom they wish, when they wish, their own sexual identity. Period. Any discussion or debate about whether this undermines the rights of parents completely misses the mark. This bill allows for teachers to disclose in the rare cases, but serious cases, where a student may display a risk of self-harm or harm to others. That accounts for any concerns that may exist over the best interests of the children who are in our school system. Now, parents, the vast, vast, vast majority of parents in our province and our country care deeply about their children. They want nothing but the best for their kids. They can have open and honest conversations with their children about who those children are, who they think they are, who they're becoming. And as a parent of a teenager, I can tell you, these are trying and challenging times. We've all gone through that. We know how difficult that is, discovering who you are. But I can also tell you, as a parent of a teenager, that your teens don't always necessarily want to talk to you. They want to talk to their friends. They want to explore those challenging questions and discussions with one another. And they want to do that in a safe and supportive environment. That's what a GSA is. What this bill does is protects those kids, the small but still substantial number of kids whose parents would do them harm, whose parents would kick them out of the house, whose parents would abuse those children. And the UCP and no one else can tell me which those parents are. We don't know. That risk is real. Upwards of 40% of homeless youth are LGBTQ. That's all we need to know to tell us that there is a risk to these kids. This bill does nothing more than protect the simple, fundamental human right for these kids to be who they are. So it's not about whether or not we have GSAs. I take the UCP at the word that they don't mind there being GSAs. That's fair. That would be a truly remarkable statement if they didn't like that. But they're somehow trying to equivocate, somehow trying to find some middle ground that just doesn't exist and nor should it. This bill is only about who discloses to whom and when. It puts control of in the hands of students where it absolutely should be. And so I am calling out the UCP on their rather interesting and I think disingenuous strategy of conflating and confusing people using technical sections of a bill that really have nothing to do with whether or not the bill is acceptable. It's just simply the way the bill is written for all the correct technical reasons that enable students to have control over their own lives. That's all this bill is about. It's no more complicated than that. And so to evoke Section 50 sub 1 and try to confuse it as if this is some sort of nefarious plot by the dastardly NDP to undermine the family unit, that's not what this is. It's absolutely not what this is. It is disingenuous to suggest otherwise. In the end, without hesitation, the Alberta Party Caucus enthusiastically, unapologetically, unequivocally supports Bill 24. We support LGBTQ kids. We support gay-straight alliances. We support fundamental human rights. And I encourage every single member of this Assembly to do the same. Thank you, Madam Speaker.